¿Qué onda? This is Hector Canales bringing you a quick unboxing review of 1995 Toy Island Rambo, Champion of Liberty, with crossbow! Rambo comes in a card with minimal simple artwork, making the card look smaller. Comparing it to a G.I. Joe card, they are the same size, 9 by 6 inches, but with the great iconic artwork, the G.I. Joe card looks bigger. If you thought the front was minimalist, take a look at the back. Although his bio card has a lot of info in it, there doesn't seem much to look at. Comparing it to a G.I. Joe card, we see just how disappointing it is. Rambo First Blood came out in 1982. Rambo Part 2 came out in 1985. Rambo The Force of Freedom cartoon came out in 1986. And Rambo, the figures made by Coleco, came out also in 1986. They were 6.5 inches tall. And because of that height differential, it was hard to play alongside your G.I. Joe figures. Rambo 3 was released in 1988. In 1987, we could have had an official middleweight Rocky Balboa action figure by G.I. Joe, who could have easily substituted as Rambo while playing. Unfortunately, the deal between Hasbro and Sylvester Stallone fell through, and we wouldn't be getting a G.I. Joe-sized Rambo until 1995. Two accessories were released for the Rambo toys, a tank and a Hummer. These vehicles include a Rambo figure, which are a little bit different from the single-carded Rambo figure. Let's get to it. I'm gonna try to keep the cardboard intact here. Let's not forget about his crossbow. You smell him? He doesn't smell like anything. That's kind of odd. He really does not smell like plastic or anything. Let's check him out. Oh, wow. You could put G.I. Joe backpacks on him. Just like his card back, this crossbow doesn't have a lot of detail on it. I mean, you can tell it's a crossbow, but just looking at it, not much detail. Let's start off with the head. The paint job feels a little sticky. I'm just happy that they didn't make him all cross-eyed. His face looks a bit like the cartoon version. Though I'm scared that his head's gonna come off, like break off real easy. Look at this. I don't think toys should be doing that. Then you got the necklace that only goes probably a quarter of the way around his neck here. It doesn't really have a neck. Then you have the bandoliers. They're painted all the way through, which is nice. He's really ripped. His upper body is huge. You know they're trying to copy G.I. Joe here, but they forgot the swivel arm. They forgot to paint the little screws here, which just take a little bit away. He has an O-ring inside. I mean, this is how much they were copying G.I. Joe. That he's got an O-ring inside. I don't want to stretch him out too much. Maybe I'll open them later. I gotta say the plastic is very low quality. I wouldn't be playing with him too much. I think if I was a kid, I'd break him real fast. He's got a knife right here. He's wearing cargo pants. Got his boots. And that's cool. He's got little pegs underneath. So you could either put him in a vehicle, standing up on a vehicle, or even use a G.I. Joe stand to help him stand. Comparing him to a 1986 Leatherneck from G.I. Joe Hasbro, he looks great. He looks like he actually belongs there. He looks a little tougher, but I mean, in closer inspection, you can tell the different quality plastic that they use. Standing right in front of each other, you can tell how much taller Rambo is than Leatherneck, even though Rambo, Sylvester Stallone's about 5'10". Standing next to one of G.I. Joe's most jacked figures, Sergeant Slaughter, Rambo is still a lot bigger. You can really tell the difference here in the plastic. Hasbro painted little screws there. Look at the arms. The height. It's pretty good. But standing next to the 1986 Coleco Rambo, this Rambo from Toy Island does not measure up. Although I could not play with my Rambo as a kid with my G.I. Joes. As you see, he towers over all the G.I. Joes, making them look like hobbits. And Rambo fits really good inside the Tomahawk helicopter. He actually looks fantastic in it. This is badass. I love this. Too bad his plastic looks like crap. Just playing with him a little more, I can tell that as a kid, this guy would not have survived due to the cheapy plastic. I tried putting some backpacks in them. I guess what you can do, if you wanted to, you could use a screwdriver to make the hole a little wider. I just noticed that they did paint his bandana all the way to the back. That's a plus 10 right there. That's great. So you see the bandana coming through, and then you think it disappears, but no, it's back here. My only real complaint about this Rambo figure is that his plastic looks kind of cheapy, and it feels cheapy, and I think he might break if I play with him too much. Also, he does not have the swivel arm action. Thanks for joining me for this quick unboxing review of 1995 Toy Island Rambo, Champion of Liberty, with Crossbow. Please like, subscribe, comment, and join us again for the next quick unboxing review of Terminator with Techno Punch.